This is The Gorge. This is a podcast where my friend Sara and I gorge ourselves on overanalyzing a game or game-related topic. This week, Othar is joining us again, and we are returning to the Commonwealth to talk about Nuka-World.
Yay! Nuka-World!
Yay!
I love Nuka-World.
I love Nuka-World. It's a piece of DLC from Bethesda that isn't a fucking disappointment, so God bless it, everyone.
I think I honestly had a significant amount more fun playing Nuka-World than I did Far Harbor, and if you listen to our first episode, I fucking loved Far Harbor.
Far Harbor is good, and you and I have talked about this just on our own before. Far Harbor is really good and enjoyable, but it's also like this massively oppressive, like smothering environment with with like spooky fog and horrible monsters that like
There's
can fuck
no
you
whimsy
up.
in Far Harbor.
There is zero whimsy.
Like, I was going to say, it feels like a New Vegas DLC, which is one of the reasons I enjoyed it so much.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
I know. It's so good. It's so much fun.
It added a ton of new crap. It really, like, Far Harbor also had like a lot of like classic Fallout 3 style like mechanics, like or actually having like your stats matter.
Yes, thank God.
For some choices.
Yeah.
And this Nuka-World kind of also did even more of that.
It finally gave us an asshole, a true evil route to take, which thank God the game sincerely needed it. I do wish they had incorporated a way to finish the main quest with the Raider factions to really make it meaningful. But hey, you can't have everything, I guess.
That would have been a lot of work.
Yeah.
I would have really, really liked it, though.
It would have been amazing. It definitely needed that last little push, but as it stands, it's still
it's
a delight.
Rock solid.
It's a delight in every single way. I guess we can all agree that Galactic Zone is definitely the best part.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm like walking around Galactic Zone and I'm like, I want to go here for real.
Oh, I know, right?
I want to ride the cool roller coaster through the asteroid belt thing.
Oh man,
and fight the aliens. I want to ride that for real.
For sure.
Usually I'm not actually into like Flash Gordon style like pin-up-y stuff, but man, Nuka Girl was like the prettiest like piece of work that they put into the DLC. Like just the composition of the paintings of it was just gorgeous, and I was just like, wow, I really like this. And then I discovered the outfit, and I was just like, I'm wearing this. I don't care like what gender I am.
Oh my god, right?
I put mine on. I put it on Curie in my game.
Oh, of course.
Oh, that's
best girl.
adorable.
That's adorable.
It's like the cutest thing ever. Like honestly.
And now she kind of looks like her old self with her giant bobble head. It's perfect, really. How cute. Oh, that's adorable.
And it's like, and just going through all the rides and stuff like that for Galactic Zone, it's clearly the best. Like,
absolutely.
place to go to, like without a doubt. Like if Nuka-World were a theme park that I could actually go to, I would spend all of my time in Galactic Zone every time I went there.
Absolutely. It's I feel like it had like the most amount of, I guess, effort put into it. It had the most the most rides, the most interior zones. I don't know, it's just so good. The only one that was really disappointing was probably, I want to call it the Animal Kingdom, which is wrong.
The
Safari.
Not Safari Zone. It's not Safari Zone because that's Pokemon.
Safari Adventure.
That's it. That one. I mean, that one gave us Sita,
which is awesome. Sito is amazing.
I wish Sito was our companion instead of Gage.
Oh, same.
I would have. Like, I'm waiting for the PC mod to make Sito a companion.
Oh, same.
I mean, they haven't worked on it yet, but like it's so easy that I'm pretty sure that nobody's done it because everybody assumes somebody else has already like done the NIF edit.
Right, yeah, exactly. Because I mean, like, he's got all the dialogue that you really need to have a companion.
He's got like, victory dialogue, he's got combat dialogue, he's a temporary companion, so the data's kind of already there.
Right. And be
you
easy.
just gotta, so we won't get him like commenting on like settings and stuff, like whatever. I want to hang out with him because he's a cool guy.
They just replace like whenever they need to like have any of like that expository or like flavor dialogue. They just give him follows Chalk's dialogue from New Vegas's Honest House.
Oh my god, yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah. Or just make him give like rando monkey grunts.
Yeah, replace his lines with Tarzan's Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, it's just and you'd be perfectly fine. Honest to God, everybody would buy it. You know, nobody would be like something seems amiss. No, everybody would be cool with it.
No, I would much love him to hang out at the castle with all my other companions.
Yeah, absolutely. Gage is underwhelming.
Yeah,
but
he. Like, in all honesty, I like Ada and the automatrons more than I like Gage.
Yeah, I'm just like,
I mean, that's fair. Like, having done the Raider route, he doesn't really open up to you until, like, you've already had, like, 3 conversations with him. So, like,
right.
Up until you get to that point, he's really just standoffish and just kind of like, yeah, I can understand why nobody likes me or why nobody trusts me, and here's why. And, like, when you finally get to the point where you've almost completely unlocked his entire route.
Right. When you've activated his level 9 social.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Like, when you're already almost done, then he, like, opens up to you and starts talking to you way more, like, just like, outside of battle and stuff.
Right.
It's God, it's really weird, but he's basically, like, he's that character where you don't get any interaction out of him unless you go all the way hardcore, like full villain route.
Yeah.
And most people don't do that, so nobody gets to see any of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
It is kind of interesting. I kind of noticed this playing it. Like, he is a really, even down to like the details, he's pretty much the Bizarro version of Preston.
Oh, yeah.
Right down to their names.
Yeah, absolutely.
Porter Gage and Preston Garvey.
I am 1000% positive that was intentional.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, totally.
Oh, yeah.
He's your raider sidekick.
Yeah.
Who refers to you as the boss and kind of he kind of throws the leadership role at you.
Right.
Yeah, but like I really like how Gage is upfront about it, whereas Preston is like, I just don't want to take away from the player character's role.
Yeah.
Right.
And then like Gage is just like, oh yeah, I'm doing this because
I don't want to do it.
Fuck doing the actual leading part, because
Right.
that puts a fucking target on me. You're a way better leader because you look like you could take a couple of bullets.
He reminds me of that bit in the Deadpool movie where Wade's about to go out to rescue his girlfriend and Weasel's there and he's like, I'd go, but I don't want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, that's pretty much Gage in a nutshell. It's like, yeah, I'd be the leader, but I don't want to.
He's so refreshing, because, like, you actually get all of this motivation out of him, like, why he doesn't want to do any of that shit. It basically boils down to, like, oh, fuck, man, I don't want to do that, and I don't trust anybody who would want to put me in that position, because they are not cool. By the way, sorry, boss, I'm putting you in that position anyway.
I just like that his master plan involves, recruiting to be boss my character who unabashedly 185,000% hates raiders. I mean hates raiders. I fucking hate. I'm like I've got to do this. I've got to do a raider playthrough at some point. But like the concept of raiders, and every time Gage opened his mouth and was like, man, fuck all those people working hard and trying to make a living for themselves. They're so pathetic. I was like, boy, I'm gonna shoot you so fucking hard. I can't wait to use my first crit on your ass. So like...
Well, it's like really funny because like my character, by the time I played it, I was firmly established as basically the mayor of the Commonwealth.
Right.
Like I have the full support of the Brotherhood, the Railroad, and the Minutemen on my side.
And you're gonna ask me to raid it.
And then Gage is like, yeah, I heard you did some of that Minutemen stuff. I don't think they're gonna last. They're kind of a weak foundation. I'm like, dude, we killed the Institute.
Yeah, like, is this your grandmaster plan? Is to hand over Nuka-World to me, buddy? Listen, I waited until the last possible minute because I really thought, like, man, I can take over Nuka-World and I can kill off the disciples because they're a bunch of sociopaths. And I can make the pack fall in line, and the operators just care about money, so whatever. And I was like, I can run this thing kind of like the Mafia, so it doesn't have to be pure fucking evil. And then they're like, you can't progress unless you raid some of your settlements. And I went, nah.
Nah, that's okay.
Shame.
I think one of the things I really liked about Nuka-World was after I managed to like set up a raider like settlement, and I ended up grabbing one of the ones that I hadn't touched yet, which was Hangman's Alley, because that's like the ideal place to do a raider settlement. Mm-hmm. It's already one. Yeah. So I grabbed that one, and then I started interacting more with the villains, and they fleshed out a little bit more, and I suddenly realized, holy shit, this is just like the New Vegas clans, because the pack like perfectly represents, funny enough, like the White Glove Society, because they dress up fucking weird and nobody wants to hang out with them.
Right.
And then the operators ended up turning into the chairman because they just started talking really goofy after a while. And then the disciples just ended up turning into like some dick-ass mafiosos.
Like the Omerta, but less likable. Well, I guess the Omerta aren't really that likable in New Vegas either. So fuck them all.
But the disciples are somehow less likable.
Yeah.
I didn't give them shit.
Oh, I didn't give
them a single thing, and it's funny, like, when you do that, like, and you walk around, they're like, oh, I'll get you. Oh, if you weren't the overboss, I'd get you. And I'm like, oh, you're adorable.
You're so cute. I'd like to see you try, shithead.
That's why I killed them all first.
Oh, yeah. They all had to go. I actually went and handled the operators first, because I did like Mags Black, and I was like, oh, it's like taking off a Band-Aid! So, it's like shooting old Yeller. You just, like, take a deep breath and pull the trigger. But it's like, sorry.
Pull the trigger, Piglet.
Yeah, sorry, I'm not raiding my own fucking settlements. For one, that's stupid. For two, I have all of the settlements in the goddamn game. So, really, there's no choice but to raid my own fucking settlements. And, like, no, I'm not gonna do it. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna do it. But eventually I'll play an evil character, and then I'll actually give it a shot. But man, I fucking hate raiders.
Because I want to see the options play, because like we got a lot of options in this,
which is nice.
The way they handled like overtaking Nuka-World and taking things back it's really unique. Yeah. I haven't seen a thing like that in Fallout before.
Yeah, I agree. It's
like where it's like, because like what happened is I first went to Galactic Zone, and then the quest triggers to collect the star cores. Yeah. And I thought that was a side quest I just stumbled upon.
Nope.
And then it's like, so I was like, okay, well, you know what? I'll collect some of these star cores while I'm trying to find the flagpole.
Right.
So I spent a while just like wandering around Nuka-World, like Galactic Zone, like, where do I put this flag? How do I claim this? I don't get it. There's no marker on my map to like, what do I do here?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, well, I'll collect some star cores while I'm, wandering around. Oh, that's how you do it.
Yeah, good job. Yeah, good job.
I do want to mention one more thing about Galactic Zone. Going in there into the robot fighting pits.
Oh man.
And hearing Jim Ward, aka Captain Quark from one of my favorite game series of all time,
God,
be the announcer. And it's funny because Captain Quark does the announcer role for like a lot of the obligatory, battle arena in the Ratchet and Clank games.
Right.
And hearing him talk about like Protectrons and Assaultrons and like, oh my god, those are basically Ratchet and Clank enemy names.
Yeah.
Captain Quark is I'm just playing Ratchet and Clank right now.
I mean, like, that was great. That was like the reason he was in New Vegas, because it was they knew that joke was already right there.
Oh, yeah.
So he shows up in I think it's Old World Blues as one of the think tank villains. And
of course he does.
It's so good because him and they get what's his name?
Doc Hammer, right?
Yeah, they get Doc Hammer.
Or is it Jackson Public?
Yeah, and they just like scream at each other as Dr. Quark and as Doc Venture, and it's so good.
It is the best.
It's my favorite DLC.
Rightfully, like, and Galactic Zone kind of felt like that, like felt like Old World Blues. Like it really felt like they took a page out of New Vegas, like straight up, even to the point where they reference Sunset Sarsaparilla.
Yeah,
and they talk about how Nuka-Cola Root is just a pale imitation of Sunset Sarsaparilla.
Yeah. Exactly. Oh, absolutely. And like the whole, man, I really would trade my left leg for like New Vegas and the Fallout 4 engine, because the whole external area around Nuka-World just fucking looks like New Vegas.
Yeah,
It just looks like New Vegas. I mean, I was standing out there at one point and just staring out at like big open kind of deserty looking area, and there's like a farm. And I'm like, I'm looking at New Vegas right now. So, somebody needs to get on that shit ASAP.
Yeah, where's that mod? Hey, modders, go ahead and just put New Vegas.
Won't be any work. Won't be any work at all. It'll take what, an hour?
It's just copy paste, right?
Yeah, that's how it totally works.
Fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
God, I'm sorry. I'm just thinking about the all those rumors for Fallout Louisiana, and as great as that would be, I would love to play New Vegas again just with Fallout 4's engine.
You know what? I would too, because my biggest complaint about New Vegas is that it didn't handle, which is the weirdest thing to say, it didn't handle as well as Fallout 3.
No, it's a glitchy piece of shit. That was the one problem. That was my major beef with New Vegas, and maybe I need to go back to it now that a bunch of fan patches and stuff have come out to help stabilize it. But motherfucker, it crashed all the fucking time the first time I played the game.
Yeah.
I rebought it a few years ago, and I know Bethesda games on the PS3, we'll get into that in a little bit, I know that Bethesda games on Sony systems have always had a very tumultuous relationship.
But not like that, man.
Oh, man. You can't. But motherfucker, I played New Vegas on my PS3, and there is an area where it literally became... I mean, I couldn't play it because it dropped down to 2 frames per second.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Well, there's I can't complete, on my playthrough, I can't complete Veronica's quest, because if I do, my game will be erased.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. So, that's a major Xbox 360 glitch, is if you complete Veronica's personal quest, there's a chance your game might just be glitched forever and you can't play it anymore.
Yeah, so
I'm oh, well, great.
That's awesome.
So Veronica can be Schrodinger's Veronica.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry that you're missing out on that, because
because Veronica's one of the best parts about New Vegas.
Oh, well, I wouldn't say that, but she does have a really good, satisfying ending, and she's one of the few people who does, so...
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and I don't want to get too much into New Vegas, but boy, I can't wait to actually play New Vegas when I get that PC going, y'all.
Yeah.
Because I really want to, dig into it, because I played it a decent amount when it first came out on the 360, but it was a lot of tooling around. I guess the first time I ever played New Vegas was 85, maybe 95% screwing around. And I really couldn't tell you anything about most of the quests now that I think about it. I'm sitting here what the fuck were any of those quests about? Because I can't remember. So yeah, when I finally get the PC going, that's probably going to be the first things I play is New Vegas, just to try to actually appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean, I think... When I think about New Vegas, the ones that stick out in my head the most are visiting all of the crazy vaults that they had, and then everything else is just kind of a blank, because every time I played it, I just kind of dicked around with every choice and didn't really pay attention to what was going on.
Oh yeah. Man, the vaults in New Vegas were fucking good though, weren't they?
Man, you know what? Now that I think about it, Bethesda really missed a huge opportunity to put just a completely batshit wacky vault in Nuka-World.
Yeah,
a vault underneath a theme park, that would have been great. I mean, they kind of had the Vault Tech simulation thing, and which was also did you guys explore?
Oh, of course.
Yeah, if you read all the terminals and they're just pumping gas.
Oh, all sorts of fucked up stuff. I mean, that was awesome. It was also awesome to unlock that fucking door to the main office and have an Assaultron blast me into little tiny pieces. Motherfucker. Yep.
I would have loved a crazy theme park vault underneath the park.
Man,
that would have been pretty
because
fun.
That would have gone hand in hand with all the Disney shit they were doing.
Yeah, I mean, they could have just put it inside of the fake vault that they had, because they already had stuff set up for that one. Just have the just finish out that particular section of the park, and then when you come back to it, you realize, oh wait, this is a settlement. I wonder why that is. And then one of the concrete walls just is caved in.
Yeah. Oh
yeah,
man,
that would have been really cool.
That would have been so cool just to have another vault, because the vault in Far Harbor is the best fucking vault ever.
It is the best vault in the game.
Oh, the whole vault, of all the vaults in the entire series, Far Harbor's vault is probably my favorite. Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's definitely up there. It's just perfect.
It's so good.
What a unique gameplay.
Oh my god,
thing
what how fun. And but man, all of Nuka-World was just fun. I don't know if go ahead.
Doing the Old West, Dry Rock Gulch, and Did you either of you do the play along when talking to the robots?
Oh no,
no,
I didn't because I was again doing the raider route. So I was just like, man, I don't really want to do this. And I found out that you could just kind of shoot all of them and solve it that way.
Well,
so
my character is an engineer, so I can either hack them, but he's also like a goofball. So I did play along for a few of them.
Yeah,
and like, you know what? People disparage the voice protagonists, a lot. It paid the fuck off for here.
That one time, yeah.
The guy they got in the booth was just having a blast being the most stereotypical old prospector imaginable.
Oh my god.
Fuck me. Is that really what happens? Because holy shit, I would have done that for Verm.
Sam. Like, just full-on Yosemite Sam. Oh, them varmints up there! And just like, I'm just like, yes!
I missed an opportunity to actually, roleplay the character a little more that way.
Oh, so good.
I did it for a few of them, and, sometimes I could just, hack the robots to give me the prompt. I'm like, you know what, I'll play along for a few times, and it was like, oh, it's so worth it.
Oh my god.
Just shucks howdy, folks. It's great. Oh, I loved it.
Oh, why is it so hard to find any more Western revolvers in the fucking DLC, though? I wanted a unique Western revolver, and there are none for sale, and, enemies aren't dropping them. And I accidentally scrapped the one I got, and it wasn't a unique, so I just scrapped it without thinking, and then I went, shit.
You know what? What's funny is that, it deals almost as much damage as the lever action that I got, and since the revolver can hold 6 shots and reloads way faster than the lever action,
oh my god, right?
I swapped it the fuck out, and I'm doing way more damage with it now.
I love those things. I want to find a unique one so friggin' badly.
Too.
It felt like the moment in New Vegas when I realized if I shoot what was his name? The Marshal, the leader of the NCR Rangers.
Yeah.
And he drops his own unique pistol, and just picking that up and firing it for the first time. That's what I felt when I had that revolver. It's like, it's the old Sequoia again.
Okay. Well, here's the thing I've got beef with, and this is completely and totally unrelated to the DLC or Far Harbor or really anything, really. But, Fallout 4 is really blatantly cribbing a lot of stuff from Blade Runner, right?
Yep.
Right.
Okay. Why the fuck does New Vegas have that gun, aka
Oh my god, you're right!
You know what? You're totally right.
Why the fuck does New Vegas have Deckard's gun, but 4 doesn't? And the thing is, that gun is also a throwback, because it was in Fallout 2. So, really, seriously, where is my Deckard's gun for this game? Because I need it.
You're totally right. I didn't even think about that.
I didn't think about this because, I have it in a mod, and it took me, I just remember, they still haven't actually put it back in. I just assumed that they would, because I got a mod, I was just like, oh, they'll probably put it in Far Harbor. And then Far Harbor came and went, and it's still in my inventory, and I forgot. Holy shit.
Oh, man, Far Harbor would have been the perfect opportunity for that, too.
Oh, they completely missed their opportunity to put that gun in. Dang.
I know! I was just thinking about that, because, the one thing that Fallout 4 really lacks for in a game that has a bunch of really good weapon options now that we're kind of at the end of the DLC, and we have all of the guns that Bethesda's going to give us. We finally have a decent automatic rifle in the form of the handmade guns from Nuka-World. But Fallout 4 still really sincerely lacks for decent pistol options.
Yeah. You get the 10mm, you get
44.
Yeah, the 44 and
there's a plasma and a pistol.
Plasma and pipe pistol and laser pistol.
And there's the alien pistol, but there's the ammo's limited, so it's not really that great.
That's pointless. And then there's the Western revolver in Nuka-World, and that's it, really.
Yeah.
Which is such a shame. I mean, know, I really wanted another good pistol. I wanted a 1911 or that gun. I would have taken either, honestly. So it's such a damn shame you can't get a good. That is
a waste.
That's my. I really, because I love playing handgun characters. It's my thing. And it just wasn't. I mean, I carry it around. I literally, since I killed Kellogg, I had that gun forever until I finally found a Deadeye 44. And oh, sweet Jesus, it's so good. because it slows time every time you take aim. Oh, it's so nice.
I've seen a picture of someone found a Deadeye Western revolver, and I'm just like, oh,
that's so sexy.
I want that.
It's really
so
good.
I want one.
See, I really, really wish, and like I understand why they didn't, because that removes the whole point of it. But like, I really wish it was easier to find unique weaponry.
I got a lot of beef with the legendary system. Now that it's all said and done, Fallout 4 is come and gone in its entirety. I really wish they had spent the extra effort, and that's a thing you can say a lot about Fallout 4. I wish they had spent the extra effort to include a handful of truly unique guns. Because there are none that I can think of.
There are none. The idea is that like the unique like named weapons are just like ways to assure that you'll get this version of that weapon.
Yeah, like go ahead.
There's a couple of legendary effects that are very specifically only for that weapon, and you can never find it elsewhere.
Yeah, like December's Child in Far Harbor.
And Grognak's axe actually has a unique secondary legendary effect that isn't actually named, but it's like tied to the axe itself.
What does it do?
It's like it like gives you a chance to like if I remember right, it like triples your critical attack damage.
Ooh.
But like only if you use like it in VATS, obviously, but like
okay.
Yeah.
So that's something at least.
Yeah. Did we lose Othar?
Othar, did you drop out, buddy?
What?
Oh, good.
Okay. I thought we lost you for a second.
I thought we lost you for a minute because it got real quiet for a second. I was like, did Skype poop on itself again?
I think my filter just nudged itself a little bit.
Okay. Cool.
Blocked out a little more sound than it should have.
But yeah, there's only December's Child has a truly unique effect that I'm aware of, and I really would like to tool around with December's Child more, but 556 ammo is really rare.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what else is there.
Doesn't Kellogg's pistol have a unique?
No, Kellogg's pistol is called its normal prefix is unrelenting, I think, which is AP bar refills on crit. So Kellogg's pistol actually isn't technically truly unique, which is a shame. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But I did use Kellogg's pistol forever until I finally got a Deadeye. It just seems so like you really could have just given for a handful of guns, like the gun Dance gives you, the gun you get from Kellogg,
Righteous Authority,
things like that. Like truly unique guns that are given to you, not just like...
Okay, nope, we did lose everyone. Okay, sorry about that.
Fucking Comcast.
My internet's terrible. Yeah, Comcast is terrible, but
I spent a good
back.
10 minutes laughing at the both of you for like...
Oh god, you should have heard the way I started swear. Literally, as soon as I realized I had been cut off from like this big long rant I was going on, I like realized that the call was gone, and I just went, "God damn it!" Like, God damn it. Okay.
Honestly, Othar, this happens like at least every other podcast. If something goes wrong with the recording.
Yeah, I'm so used to it at this, and yet I still get mad every time because I am an infant.
Oh yeah, every time.
I'm an infant, really. So...
But anyway, you were saying, Sarah.
Right. What was I saying?
You were talking about guns and how you wish they were cooler.
Certain fucking guns needed their own unique skin. That's the point I'm trying to make in all of this, because seriously, why didn't they? It's not hard.
They only did it for the Chinese assault rifle, and that pissed me the fuck off.
Oh!
They did it for the bat, too.
That's right.
The bat got a multitude of paint colors.
And that's it! Like, why no Chinese assault rifle for real? Why no unique color schemes for specific, like, you can still have the legendary system, sure, because they're kind of cool, but you can also have, like the gun you get from Dance, Kellogg's gun, I'm trying to think of some other examples, and I can't think of any right now, but there are other ones in the game, like, stuff NPCs give you that are, like, fancy guns. Those deserve their own unique color scheme because they're fancy. That's kind of their thing.
That makes them specialer.
Yeah, they're even more special. Come on.
like Sean gives you the Wazer rifle, and it's just a regular laser. Like it's just a regular laser light rifle. Like I tore it apart for parts.
Yeah, exactly. It's no. Come on, why couldn't it look kind of cool or unique? Why didn't it have a special paint job? I mean, throw me a fucking bone here. It's not hard.
We're gonna have,
whatever.
They're actually working on mods for that. I'm hoping that it'll get ported to you guys because the guy was trying to work on that, but I think he hit some hiccups during the Nuka-World stuff.
What an excellent segue. Thank you. There's a. I forgot the word.
Let's talk about that, because Nuka-World is great. Nuka-World is a fantastic DLC. There's tons of great stuff in it. It's super fun. Everything is really unique. The enemies are great, and we'll probably come back to them later, because I still have a lot to talk about the monsters and whatnot in this game. But, like, let's take all that sweet stuff and push it aside, because let's get salty.
I'm so fucking salty, y'all, because... we're not getting, probably ever, because Sony is literally staffed entirely by human cocks. That's it.
It is just, like, honestly, the worst thing ever. Like, honestly, because, like, you know, they waited until the last possible second to say, never mind. No mods, none for you.
I literally, I'm so salty.
After Nuka-World comes out, after, like, there's no more Fallout content coming out until the next game comes out. And they're like, yeah, no mods for you guys, whatever. No mods for Skyrim either, whatever.
Fucking whatever. You know what? Fuck it. I'm so fucking salty. Because
everyone move to PC Master Race. Please, I need more people.
Yeah, like, pretty much. Yeah, but, and, like, what's really annoying about it is, like, it's for the dumbest reason ever.
What is it?
In all honesty, because it's a problem that Microsoft doesn't have.
Oh, because it's a Sony thing.
Yeah, because, like, do you know, like, why, Othar?
Please tell me. Oh,
okay, so, the big thing is that Sony is like, okay, you can have mods, Bethesda, but you have to go individually, one by one, and sort through them to make sure they're okay for approval. And then they can go up.
Yeah.
And Bethesda went, What? You're joking, right? What? What?
Oh, God.
It's like, no, Bethesda, don't, you have to sort through all the mods yourself.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so Microsoft does it by fan, like, submission, where it's like, if you find a mod that is inappropriate or bad or
stolen,
or using copyright infringement, you submit it to Microsoft and they'll go, okay, we'll take a look at it. And it's worked out really well for Microsoft, apparently, because they're doing it.
They're making it happen. They're talking about raising the size limit to 4 gig. They already raised it from 1 gig to 2 gigs, and now they're talking about raising it again to 4 gigs. So Xbox One owners will have even more mods they can put on their console at a time. Meanwhile, Sony, who, as I said, is staffed entirely by anthropomorphized human penises, has no idea how mods work as a concept.
I mean, that doesn't surprise me. I'm pretty sure Bethesda and maybe Valve are the only game companies that actually pay attention to how their modding communities exist.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, to the point where, like, it's like an actively massive part of their, like, fan base is the modding community. Like, a lot of their money comes from the modding community.
Yeah, people who buy the games just to make mods. I just... Oh my god, it's so stupid! Because
It's infuriating.
Because honest to fucking god, and this kind of takes me back to... I love Bethesda, and I think it was super, like, ballsy of them to say, like, hey, we can't make this happen because of Sony. Like, they basically placed all of the blame squarely on Sony's shoulders, which was awesome, but at the same time, man, fuck Bethesda. I'll never buy another fucking season pass again as long as I goddamn live because of all of this shit. Because, for one, if I had known at the beginning of this shit that we weren't going to get mods, like, before the season pass, and it's probably why they didn't announce it, or why they didn't try for it until then, because if I had known before all of this that we weren't going to get mods, I wouldn't have bought the season pass. I would have gone and gotten it for PC and just tried to make my PC work sooner instead of what I'm doing now. Because you can be damn sure I'm not going to be buying no season pass for the PC version when I get it. Because 50.
I told you earlier today. Like, I wouldn't honestly. I would have given them at like Far Harbor as like the cutoff point. Where like if they had announced it at Far Harbor, I would have been pissed. But it would have been like. I would have had enough time to prepare to get my PC set up for that. Like, the fact that they announce it, like, at the end of the official DLC is just, like, infuriating, and it's just such a slap in the face.
I'm so mad. I'm so mad, because 50% of Fallout 4's DLC is just straight up shit. I mean, it's just not good. It's like...
It's just mods. It's just official versions of mods.
It's mods, but not even as, like, good mods. Because I was telling you today, Bethesda basically lifted Vault-Tec Workshop straight up from Build Your Own Vault, which already existed as a mod, and was pretty much one of the first mods that came out for Fallout 4, within a few, like... weeks of the game being released. They're like, hey, here's Build Your Own Vault. And it's perfectly functional. In fact, it's probably more functional because I think the pieces in Build Your Own Vault actually snap together a whole hell of a lot better than they do in Vault-Tec Workshop. Nice. I know, right? And I'm baffled. I am in utter bafflement. Contraptions and Wasteland Workshop were, in hindsight, completely pointless.
The only reason I liked
the
original Wasteland Workshop is like because it's just a little extra additional thing that you can do for Raider Outposts because it gives you more Raider stuff to put in, but like you could have just put that in Nuka-World.
Yeah. The only good thing that came out of Wasteland Workshop is that I can have cats and dogs in my settlements, and there was a mod for that too. So
there's a mod that does that, and it gives you weed at the same time. So like,
yeah.
Oh, perfect. So, but like, I bought the season pass, so I got all the DLC for free, but like, I wouldn't have bought Wasteland Workshop and Vault-Tec and contraptions. Like, if like, so I didn't really earn anything.
Yeah. I mean,
I would have bought Automatron, Nuka-World, and Far Harbor because I think Automatron was a really cool thing and it added a significant boost
and a pretty good little dungeon.
Yeah, I wouldn't have bought the other three.
No, absolutely not. There's really nothing. I mean, like, looking back on it now, when people were saying like, "Well, Vault-Tec Workshop has a quest." Yeah, it has one quest and it's garbage.
It's a boring quest. Boring. I'm like. Literally the only reason I'm doing it is to get the parts to upgrade my other settlements.
Yeah, exactly. Like, there's really nothing else going for Vault-Tec Workshop. Its main quest is boring. It's, like, lore-breaking, because it makes no sense. Literally, it makes no sense. All of the other settlements you build kind of make sense, because it's like, well, you're building post-apocalyptic settlements with the tools available to you. Okay, cool. You do know that vaults cost like billions and billions of dollars to build individually, right? Like,
you can't just slap down a few, like, it's not like, when I first saw it, all I could think of was the old Portal 2 trailer, where he talks about panels.
Yeah! Oh my god, yeah. It's not like that. It's a lot more difficult. I have so many questions about so many things. Why? Okay, and how about the fact that all of the experiments, and I don't know if either of you have finished the quest part of Vault-Tec Workshop.
I finished it and then immediately, like, slaughtered my vault so that it could be a Raider Outpost.
Yeah, exactly. Pretty much. I converted it to like an underground city. I used, like, not just vault parts. I built, like, a whole thing underneath, because it's way more fun, turns out.
Cute.
Cute, thank you. But, like, all of the experiments are the most boring fucking thing. They're not, like, the cool, interesting experiments that you see in other canon vaults. I mean, I'm basically considering Vault 88 non-canon at this point. Like,
yeah, pretty much.
It's not canon, as far as I'm concerned. It was like a fun little thing that Bethesda ripped off of a mod and slapped together real fast so that they could raise the price of the season pass by $20 fucking for no reason. I'm a little salty, and we're not getting mods.
Yeah.
I'm actually really salty. I think
so. I saw this on the Fallout Reddit, and I think it's honestly one of the best things they should do. But the way Bethesda can get back some good graces is to be like, hey guys, we're putting out a patch, and coincidentally, this patch contains content from some popular mods.
Oh yeah.
Oopsie doodle.
Oopsie doodle.
Here you go, PS4 owners. Have some bonus content in this patch. Oh, will you look at that? It kind of resembles some more popular clothing mods.
Yeah.
Oh, how
There's
about
a couple
that?
of ones that just kind of spilled out there. It's in the loot table now.
Oops, how did those files get in there?
Oh, look, you can actually turn on greenery in the Commonwealth if you press this button. Whoopsie!
Oh, we put some grass seed in the game, so now you can plant grass in your settlements. Whoa!
Yeah, fucking shit. That's the only. Goddamn.
I'm never going to buy like a Sony Bethesda game anymore.
Never.
But I wanna be like I wish there was a way I could not buy Skyrim on PS4, but kind of lean into Bethesda's ear and be like, I still like you guys. It's not your fault.
I mean,
I know.
So here's how you do that. You just buy Skyrim right now on Steam for $10, not even the legendary version. You just buy it on Steam and just hey, I still support you guys. I'm never gonna play it though.
I love you.
Hey, just slide some money their way. Hey, you earned this.
Yeah, you go,
this.
Bethesda.
Like a grandma giving their grandkids some money.
But
don't spend it all in one place now.
It's $10, but just take it. Okay. I just I'm so salty for so many reasons. I'll die salty. Because I do love Bethesda, but a lot of the DLC was garbage. The season pass didn't need to be $50. I never buy season passes ever. This is my first season pass I've ever bought, and I'll tell you right now, it's my last season pass that I'll ever buy.
I'm done. I bought the BioShock Infinite season pass, and that was garbage. And then I bought this one, and this also did not meet my expectations.
I still don't understand why you guys decided to give the DLC a try. I'm sorry.
Because it was $30. Because at the time they were saying hey, if you buy it before March 1st, you'll get all of the content from the season pass, but it'll only be $30. And I was like, okay, I'll take a gamble. And it was obviously a gamble that didn't pay off. That's kind of what gambling is. That's basically what I basically just kind of gambled and I fucked up. I
mentioned this to you earlier today, Sarah, but to me, it's video games are season passes to me are like that scene in SpongeBob. How many times do we gotta teach you this lesson, old man?
For real, that's how I'm feeling right the fuck now.
He's that. The video games are saying that to me.
Yeah, but this is my first and last season pass. I learned my lesson the hard way.
Like I said, I would have just flat bought Nuka-World because and Far Harbor, because Nuka-World and Far Harbor are really, really, really good.
But I really wanted more of Nuka-World and Far Harbor and less of and less building shit. And I love building shit a lot.
There should have been way more settlements in Nuka-World.
At
to
this
be
point,
honest,
I should have realized that Bethesda was only going to give us 2 big good mods and then a bunch of really small crappy ones, because they've done it for every game ever except for Fallout 3. So I should have seen that coming.
Fallout 3,
but
they gave us 5. Yeah, because you assumed it's Fallout and they'll follow the pattern, but they didn't.
They followed the Bethesda pattern, not the Fallout pattern.
To be fair, the Fallout pattern has an entire game that wasn't made by them.
Yeah, that's the problem.
So it's not really a Bethesda pattern. It just felt like one. So we expected it, and we should have gotten it, but to be fair to Bethesda, like, it's not like they have much of a precedence for doing it.
Yeah. It's, because, I mean, even now that I think about it, even Oblivion only had two or three major DLC packs, and it had Shivering Isles and, like, one, I think it had, like, two other things, so, like, I shouldn't be surprised, but Fallout 4 had a ton of DLC. And a lot of it was really good. Broken Steel was really important because it did kind of close out the storyline. It gave us a lot of really good closure. You didn't die in a really bullshit way at the end of the game, which was nice. Point Lookout
gave us Point Lookout, which is one of the best still.
It's easily like the third or fourth best piece of Fallout DLC ever. I mean, it was just, like the the expectation from Fallout 3 then to New Vegas, which is probably more famous for its DLC than for its main quest. The
main quest was kind of fun.
Like, in all honesty, when you're talking about Fallout, when you're talking about New Vegas, like these days, you're talking about like Lonesome Road and
you're talking about Old World Blues. You're talking about Lonesome Road. You're talking about Honest Hearts and Blood Money.
Dead Money.
Am I forgetting? Dead Money. Thank you.
Dead Money, yeah.
I mean, and those are some, really famous DLC, and they were worth your money because they were deep, they added to the lore, they were the more important main storyline being told in Fallout New Vegas, and honestly, the actual main quest of the NCR and Caesar's Legion fell to the wayside in comparison, because the story that was being told in the New Vegas DLC was a much more interesting story, frankly.
Because it wasn't about like the main plot. It was about you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. It was about this character who's a complete blank slate.
Yeah. And
it was like super refreshing to get like that much choice in a character.
Yeah.
Fallout 4.
Fallout 4, Jesus Christ, Fallout 4. And I really wish Bethesda would. I would be happy if they would just throw us one more piece of closure DLC.
Yeah, like in hindsight of this, like they should really like do the work and to crack out one more thing.
I mean, one more piece of like actual good story DLC.
Yeah.
Because they clearly do have good writers. It's not Emil, whatever the fuck his name is, whoever wrote Fallout 4's main quest. It's whoever wrote Far Harbor. Let that person keep making writing for Bethesda, because whoever they were, they knew what the hell they were doing. But yeah, just...
I would be satisfied,
so
like genuinely satisfied, if they just did like a Gunrunner's Arsenal style DLC where they just add more like content without adding more story, but not in a way like Contraptions was, but in like Gunrunner's Arsenal didn't just release a bunch of guns and like leave it at that. It also like gave you a little bit more like implementation on how to use those guns and weapons and stuff. It gave you a little more balance, and then it also gave you little like bonus achievements and perks that you couldn't get otherwise.
Yeah, I would love just like, here's some more guns, here's some more mods for those guns, here's some more armor, and here's some like more, because they added perks in Nuka-World. Like, if you look at the special scale, like, there's more stuff added to it. Hello? How did I lose you guys now? Okay, there you are. Hello? Oh, for fuck's sake.
Right.
Hello, guys?
Hi. Can you hear me?
Hi. Okay, sorry, I lost you for a second.
Are you... Your audio is being like super weird. It's really funny, actually.
Yeah, you sound like a reverse chipmunk. I'm sorry.
All right, well, I think I'm back now.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Okay.
Are you?
Yeah. Okay. Anyway,
because you were doing your your audio sounded amazing. You should have heard it on my end. You were like literally like a robot. It was like, I wish they added more perks.
Technology.
Like, oh man, this is awesome.
Tech fucking-ology. This will be an interesting one to put together.
Yeah, it will.
Okay, so, but like, we should start wrapping it up. Do you guys have any final, like, things you want to talk about Nuka-World or Fallout 4 in general?
Okay, I really loved doing the Raider settlement stuff, and I loved that they had this. I wish that they kind of put it in the beginning, or like, honestly, I feel like Nuka-World and Far Harbor should have switched. Like, because Far Harbor feels like
what? I can
much
see that, yeah.
better, like as a grand finale for your character than Nuka-World did.
It's really true.
But I guess I really love Nuka-World's like what it added to the game, because it was kind of a game changer in a way that I've kind of wanted since they first said that they were going to do a season pass.
Yeah.
And I just really liked the finality of actually having an option to do something like actually villainous. It's been a long time since I had options for my character that weren't just yes but maybe, no but maybe, no.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
I really think you really hit the nail on the head when they should have swapped Nuka-World and Far Harbor for sure.
They should have, because Nuka-World feels more like a continuation, like a progression thing, and then Far Harbor does feel like here's a kind of a wrap up of the Institute, lore and the whole story behind all that kind of stuff. Yeah, like synths and all that.
Yeah. Yeah, because it makes sense in a way if you think about it, because, like, if you play through all of Fallout 4 and you do all of its side quests, and then you play Nuka-World and you do those quests, and then finally you go to Far Harbor, and here is the culmination of all the choices you made in the game, and if you destroyed the Institute, because of their whole replacing people with synths thing, well, now here you are. It's the end of the DLC. We're at the finale of the story. You have a chance for true peace, and the best way to do it is to do exactly the same thing the Institute did. And that is the perfect way to wrap up a character arc for the Sole Survivor. That would have been amazing. Because that feels way punchier. Because to kind of end, I don't know, it almost feels right to kind of, and I know you don't like downer endings, Ben. I know you don't. But
no, but that would have been really because we picked that choice, but there are other options we could have picked.
Yeah, of course. Fuck the children. Out.
So it would have been like. Well, I found out actually there is a way to if you do tell Dima to die, you can calm the riot down so they won't blow up the rest of the Arcadia.
But you still have to choose between the Children of Adam or Far Harbor. So even then, it's still not the bloodless ending.
It would be a very it would have been like a more very poignant not, it wouldn't even be like a downer ending. It would have been like very just like esoteric almost, or just weird.
It would have been a good way to kind of end to tie off that character arc.
Yeah, it really would. It would have been you're right. They should have switched it, and technically, for anyone who's playing the game now, they can do whatever order they want.
Yeah, but it
release
But Far Harbor, Nuka-World's ending, especially if you go the kill all the raiders ending that I did, it just kind of ends. It doesn't really have a final emotional punchy moment. There's just hey, you're a raider now.
That's why.
Or hey.
That's why I really liked Nuka-World when I did it, because it's got such an amazing finale if you go the raider route. There's this amazing character arc of you realizing slowly but surely that you've just kind of given up on ever reclaiming what you once had, and so you're just gonna burn the world down. And it culminates with you basically having a grand reopening of Nuka-World, complete with fireworks and really cute Disney World style music as you slaughter people violently.
Yeah.
Well, you get that too if you kill the raiders too. You can go and reactivate the park.
But it's not the same. Also,
there's a lot more of a emotional punch to it, because you just kind of have this character arc that slowly builds up out of Nuka-World, and from there on you kind of start to learn how to do settlement stuff. But the way the real ending for it is basically you proving that you're not just the overboss, you're also you've conquered all of the worries and fears and anxieties of the old world, because it doesn't exist anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
You are you were the last remaining purity of the old world, the unaffected remnant of the old, because you have ghouls running around, but they've been affected by the 200 years that have passed. Like, you're the last pure remnant of the old world, and you're casting that aside.
Yeah. It feels great.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Oh yeah, I feel
liberating.
That. Yeah, I get that. But if you do,
I will eventually probably have to do a character that does that. But like, I couldn't. With
I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, it just was wrong. It would just be wrong. It would just be wrong.
It was. I will say this, Othar. Gunning down every raider was
so
blast.
Satisfying. So much fun.
Because they're hard.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're really, really strong, and I have an explosive shotgun, and I'm still like, oh god, I'm gonna die.
Yeah, it was a blast. It was difficult, and it was fun, and you know, you're just going through this merry little murder spree through the whole park, just cleaning up your mess, and, I mean, yeah, I loved Nuka-World. I did. I loved Nuka-World, but I do think the idea of playing it the other way around the next time I do this game and play like a good character as a not a raider character does seem very like an excellent character arc. If you're not going the route that Othar went with his character, like if you go that way, then yeah, finishing out with Nuka-World is kind of the right thing to go, because that's like the ultimate bad end for Fallout 4. Really, like if you want a bad end Fallout 4, finish the game with Nuka-World. But if you want to have your kind of, you're still a good character, but now you've been dragged down by the wasteland, you've been dragged down by kind of like the fucked up world you all exist in now, then the ending of Fallout or Far Harbor is the way to go in that case.
I agree.
But I still wish the factions got some sort of fucking closure.
I
still want that DLC.
I'm so mad that you can romance Gage after you get to learn about him, but you still can't fucking do it to Nick Valentine.
Yep, you can't romance Nick, no matter what happens. Sorry, you can fuck the toothless raider, but you can't fuck the robot.
I'm so mad. I'm gonna die salty. I'll be laying on my deathbed.
I would have rather romance Cito.
Well, because he's a giant, beefy man without a shirt on.
That jungle man will treat you right.
Yeah, god damn it. He's got a family. He's got a job, kinda.
He's got gorillas.
It's like, he's got gorillas.
Yeah.
Alright? Like, I'll be, in 40 years, I'll be on my deathbed, and I'll be laying there surrounded by the people I love, maybe. Or maybe just a bunch of dogs. I don't know. The point is, somebody will lean down and say, Sara, do you have any regrets? And I'll say, no, but I could never romance Nick Valentine. And then I'll die. And that will be my final...
And then the grim specter of Todd Howard will take you down.
We should end this on the happy note that we are all going to play Fallout the next time on the PC, so this way we can romance Nick Valentine the right way.
This is absolutely.
Oh, yeah. I am definitely working on getting my PC set up. That after that, I'm just like, yep, I will take care of that, and I will happily replay this entire game that I've sunk well over like 200 hours into.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I put 400 and something hours into Fallout 4, and I'm like, man, I want mods so fucking bad. I will happily spend more money on this game just so I can play it again with new shit thrown in, because there are a lot of good mods out there. My God. And they'll only get better with time, so really you'll never run out of Fallout 4 to play, which is the most important part.
Fallout 4 has more mods now than Fallout 3 does in its entirety.
Yay!
Still nowhere near New Vegas,
they were fast.
though, and just as a reminder to all of our listeners out there, we still have more to come, because New Vegas still has an enormous modding community.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
That game, that New Vegas is like the Smash Brothers Melee of open world games, and that it will never die.
Oh, it'll never die.
Skyrim.
Yeah.
Never gonna die.
Yeah. Skyrim's just got weebs for days now. Do you want anime titties in your American RPG?
I don't know, Nurse. It seems like you do.
Miku a Keyblade.
Huh?
No. What?
Oh, you motherfucker. Fuck you. I just want there to be... I can't believe how many of those mods on the Nexus for Fallout 4 are just more tits. I don't understand.
Yep.
I don't understand.
So, okay, well, I just want to bring this up very briefly, just because, like, here's the weird thing is, like, there's nothing in Fallout 4 that's, like sexy. Like, okay, so, you know, some of the characters, like, I get the idea behind you want your characters to have, like, big tits. Okay, I can understand the appeal behind that. I can get behind that idea. But, like, they're not doing anything. They're just standing there. And
you play the game 95...
You're just giving your...
And, like, 95% of the time you play the game in first person anyways.
Yeah. Like, okay, so you're gonna give Piper, like, big tits, but, like, she's not, like, doing anything. Like, she's just there. Like, what is the appeal?
The Pinup World, the sequel to Nuka-World.
Whatever. I'm getting a PC.
Oh my god! You know what? I'm sorry. I can't believe we totally forgot about this. I want to wrap it up with this because, like, you guys found John Pemberton's head, right?
Oh my god! Yes, I did. Oh my god! That's what I was telling you about. Like, that's why Sierra has the best fucking side quest in the entire game.
Yeah. Sierra was like, I was so happy to see Sierra, and then her quest just got, like, insanely better.
Oh my god, what a good quest.
We found Walt Disney's fucking head.
What did you do?
Yeah, exactly. Like, just, like, straight up, here it is.
What did you do? Did you kill him, or...
I let him die, yes.
I let him die,
You killed Mr. House, you motherfucker.
I killed Mr. House in New Vegas, too,
you
holla.
motherfucker!
No, here's the difference, Othar. Here's the difference, Othar. I killed Mr. House. I let John Pemberton die.
because the idea, like, I love Sierra Petrovita, but the idea of being stuck as a headless jar in a basement with Sierra for the rest of my life is horrifying.
No one deserves that.
No one deserves that. No one. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. I might wish that on Todd Howard, but other than that, I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. Do you understand me? Oh my god, no. I love Sierra, but I wouldn't do that to anybody. No, when he was like, "Don't leave me down here with her," I was like, "Son, I got you covered, bruh." And
I will mercy kill the fuck out of you.
And yeah, sorry, Sierra, I won't. I can't do it.
She'll be okay. She'll go back to Capital Wasteland and run her museum with all that Nuka-Cola recipe.
Maybe someday that guy will finally move on and realize that that's not a good idea again with that one.
Oh my god. That was...
So yeah, Nuka-World is great. Fallout 4 is great. It has some problems, but overall, I am happy that I sunk this much time into Fallout 4, and I will continue to sink time into Fallout 4.
It's never
Fallout
going
4
away.
Is there for me forever.
It's never gonna go away. Hooray. Thank you, Fallout 4, for existing for at least that reason.
You're okay, I guess.
Yeah. You're okay, I guess.
Thanks to Broker Free for use of our background music. Link to his work in the description. Follow us on Twitter at The Gorge Podcast. If you have a question, a comment, if you want to insult us for talking shit about Fallout 4, if you want to tell us that we're console peasants, you can email us at thegorgepodcast@gmail.com.
And then you can bite the fattest part of my ass.
Yeah. And that'll be it. So, fuck Sony.
Fuck Sony, not fuck Dima this time. Fuck Sony.
Fuck Sony.
Good night.
Thanks for joining us, Othar, and good night.
Everybody.
Good night. Au revoir.